Mr. Chairman, Mr. Ratcliffe, first of all, thank you for your service to our country already, and to Michelle, thank you for the sacrifice which you also offer in allowing him to do this particular job in the future. I want to go back to the FISA Section 702 just a little bit. We're in an open session, and I think one of the opportunities that we have is to perhaps share with the American people with a little bit more clarity what 702 is really all about and what actually happens. Could you kind of describe in an approach that, look, it's coming up for renewal again in April of next year. And between now and then, we're going to have to convince the American people and other members of Congress that we've made significant improvements in the protections, but also we've done our best to try to explain why this is such an important part of, as a tool in our collection approach. Can you talk a little bit about the mechanics so that as those listen to you today, they understand what FISA 702 actually is and how it fits into the collection process?
Sure. Senator, thank you. I enjoyed the chance to visit with you, and I know we are like-minded in terms of the importance of 702, as I talked with Senator Langford, and how I view it as an indispensable tool. It's one that I used as a prosecutor, as General Ashcroft talked about, national security and terrorism-related investigations. So I've used it as a practical matter there, and then, like you, as a legislator, have seen it. But then, in the unique perspective of as DNI, and if confirmed here, the importance of it in fulfilling the core mission.
Well, let me
702 it allows for collecting foreign intelligence on foreign persons, not on U.S. persons. The controversy, why some people think that FISA is, no pun intended, a four-letter word, is that in the course of doing technical collection on foreign persons for foreign intelligence to make good decisions to keep our country safe, that sometimes U.S. persons are incidentally collected. In other words, they're having a conversation with a foreign person.
Yeah, look, we eavesdrop, don't we?
Yes.
And we're not eavesdropping on Americans. We're eavesdropping on people that are not American citizens, and we're doing it outside of our country.
That's right.
And in the middle of it, we have Americans that are sometimes caught up in maybe perhaps having a conversation with somebody outside the country.
That's right.
And at that point, there might have been something collected inadvertently. Can we use that?
So there is when, for instance, the CIA collects intelligence, it is allowable to do a U.S. person query where you're looking for someone that might be communicating with some foreign person to do something bad to the United States. What you can't have is accessing that or making a query for political reasons or for some reason other than protecting our national security. And so we have to have the safeguards to make sure that those kinds of abuses can't take place and be misused. And my pledge to you is, as if confirmed as CIA director, that won't happen. I will point out that I haven't been briefed on everything, but I am impressed with the CIA's compliance rate with regard to U.S. person queries is 99.6%, meaning they do a really good job of making sure that Americans who are swept up incidentally aren't having their civil liberties violated. Is it perfect? No, but
there were reforms made based upon practices that were not appropriate several years ago. Is that a fair way of putting it? But they've already been addressed now.
That's correct.
And so you would be supportive of the renewal of 702, and perhaps there are some additional considerations, but at this point, it is critical that we get it renewed.
It's critical, it's indispensable, and for critics of it, no one has offered a replacement. If for instance, half of the actionable foreign intelligence comes from FISA 702, what are we going to replace that with? And the critics haven't provided any alternative to that. And so,
no, and look, I agree. I just thought it would be important in this open setting that there be a better understanding, or at least a better clarification, just how critical it is and what it really is. It's basically looking at things overseas, not in the United States.
And I think it's going to be an iterative, ongoing discussion, and needs to be as it comes up for reauthorization again. And it'll be incumbent on me, if confirmed, to, both within the administration and outside, stress the things that you and I are talking about and make sure that people understand and to dispel false narratives about how FISA is being misused or can be
Correct.
misused.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.